This news update is brought to you by...
This is how we flow. All the offers are quite exciting, and the prices will leave you smiling. Everybody's got a cheerful glow.
Get the new Samsung J5 plus 1 gig free data starting at just $345.
This is the Barbados Today Afternoon Update for Tuesday, December 8th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. The Barbados Workers Union has described as appalling the introduction of new elements in labor relations in the country. BWU Deputy General Secretary Dwayne Paul tells Barbados Today that some employers are backing away from traditional practices and protocols. He made the comments as the union prepares to meet with the management of the Apes Hill Club in St. James in a bid to resolve long-standing issues affecting maintenance staff.
We believe the underlying issue in this whole matter is that this is the move afoot to introduce new elements into the industrial relations process that doesn't exist, which is not supported by current practices, and I believe it is also an attempt to, try to force the administrators of the process into a position, which is really an unfortunate situation, because there's no precedent for what is being discussed or what is being forced. The union has recognition. We've had recognition since 2011, and you go ahead from here and you have the discussion.
That was BWU Deputy General Secretary Dwayne Paul. Barbados' Senior Medical Officer Dr. Anton Bess says the country has achieved 85% of its target at stemming the spread of HIV/AIDS, and he believes that the island and the rest of the world has the potential of eliminating the disease by the UN AIDS target of 2030. Dr. Bess made the announcement following this morning's opening ceremony of the Center for Disease Control and Prevention meeting by the Caribbean Regional Office partners at the Hilton Hotel.
Essentially, it looks at getting 90% of all of those persons with HIV diagnosed, 90% of all of those diagnosed on treatment, and then 90% of all of those on treatment virally suppressed. So it speaks not only to the clinical benefits of antiretroviral therapy, but predominantly the public health benefits, where we've realized that antiretroviral therapy reduces transmission of HIV. So essentially, the presentation will be what Barbados has achieved so far, bearing in mind that the 1990 target's deadline is 2020. We haven't quite achieved 1990. We are about 85% in 86% in those areas towards the targets. We have made significant progress, and we've identified the deficits, and hopefully with our partners we can address those deficits.
Meantime, Minister of Health John Boy says the meeting, which ends on Thursday, serves as an important forum for those working in HIV/AIDS response areas in the region.
Much has already been learned about preventing and combating HIV in the past 3 decades. And the challenge is now to build on what we know. It is clear that public health approaches to mitigate HIV's impact have undergone a major shift. The current focus is a combination between prevention strategies with highly active antiretroviral therapy being the axis upon which all these efforts revolve. In today's era of HIV prevention and control, there is a need to deliver effective and high-impact services and interventions in the context of the continuum of HIV care.
The fire department reports a decrease in the number of fire incidents so far for the year, but the fire chief says he is still not comfortable with the numbers. At the end of November, fire officials responded to 2,098 incidents compared to 2,777 last year. Our Marlon Madden has a breakdown of the numbers.
Grass fires accounted for the majority with 837. There were 1,382 in 2014. There were 338 rubbish fires and 75 involving private homes. There were 59 cane fires this year as opposed to 133 last year. Firemen responded to 39 electrical, 37 motor vehicle, and 20 commercial buildings and other structural fires. Acting Fire Chief Errol Maynard attributes the decrease to more vigilance on the part of his officers and greater attention by residents to public messages. For the year, the fire service also responded to 88 motor vehicle accidents, which resulted in significant injuries and loss of life, 40 more than the same period in 2014. As such, the acting fire chief encouraged the public to play it safe during the Christmas season and into the new year by not drinking and driving, adhering to speed limits, and adopting defensive driving attitude.
Photographer Remy Rico Rock of Small Land, Bridge Gap, Blackrock, St. Michael appeared in the Whole Town Magistrates Court this morning. The 26-year-old was charged with the May 1 offense of committing buggery on a 15-year-old male. Rock was not required to plead to the indictable offense. He was granted $10,000 bail by Magistrate Wanda Blair and will reappear in court on April 5th, 2016. In sports, West Indies fast bowler Kemar Roach is champing at the bit to get at the Aussie batsman. This as the Caribbean side begins their final build-up to the first test against Australia starting on Thursday. West Indies have been given little chance in their 3-test series, which continues in Melbourne with the historic Boxing Day test and in the new year in Sydney. And following the heavy defeat last weekend to a Cricket Australia 11 side featuring 6 first-class debutants, pundits fear the worst for the Windies in the series. However, Roach is eyeing the grassy Australia strip and is positive and confident that his fast bowlers can create some trouble for the dominant Aussies.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It was days before Christmas. I had so much to do. Shopping, more shopping, and I was feeling blue. There's a mother, father, a wifey, and friend. Lots of things to buy, but there was no money to spend. I found the answer. The BT shopping spree. 15,000 in goodies. Free, free, free. It's easy to enter. Nothing hard to do. Follow my instructions and a winner can be you. Visit facebook.com/Barbados today. Do it quickly and fill out your form to enter this spree. Look, I'm shopping at the Cost-U-Less Mega Store. Come down, fill your trolleys with goodies and more. And like me, you too can say, ho, ho, ho.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Regionally, the ruling St. Lucia Labour Party adds 3 new candidates to its ticket on the cusp of a general election. The details in this report from HTS News Force.
Outgoing Executive Director of the St. Lucia Social Development Fund, Joachim Henry, is the St. Lucia Labour Party's candidate for the Castries South East constituency, currently represented by ex-Works Minister Guy Joseph.
Ladies and gentlemen, they thought we had no depth. They thought we could not find new blood. But here we are, on the cusp of a general election. And we are able to present to you new, exciting, young, and different candidates.
Educator and physical trainer Gerald Pharaoh Gideon will contest the Dennery South seat. Ex-Labour Minister Edmund Estefan of the UWP is the incumbent MP. Former police officer Farmer Herbert Rosary is the St. Lucia Labour Party candidate for Micoud North. He will face the incumbent leader of the parliamentary opposition, deputy leader of the UWP, Dr. Gail Rigobert. During his address at the rally, the SLP leader promised to disclose what he calls the party's secret weapon in the candidate for the Micoud South seat later. This candidate will be pitted against UWP leader Alan Chasney.
And finally, a call by Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump for a ban to be placed on Muslims entering the United States has provoked strong condemnation across the political divide. This is what he said in a statement.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on. We have no choice. We have no choice. We have no choice. According to Pew Research, among others, there is a great hatred toward Americans by large segments of the Muslim population.
But Republicans, Democrats, Muslim leaders, the UN, and foreign leaders criticized the call as dangerous and divisive. And that's our Barbados Today afternoon update, but there's more on our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, our email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. There you can get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good afternoon.